What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
Isaac Point. This is not
Not
another damn
a damn
podcast
podcast.
presented by
Our damn selves.
so 391.
391. Yes.
91. Yeah. Yeah. Getting closer and closer to the end of 2024. Yeah. Inching our
Hmm.
way. Been quite the eventful year, especially this past week. A lot of shit didn't happen. How the hell
Mm.
are you, kid?
Uh, it was a very busy week. I had seemingly events that happened. I have four events happen in
Yeah.
the course of this one week.
Yeah.
So just a very busy week, but very fun. From meetings to an outing with my kids' school
Cool.
to a couple of work events. So,
Cool.
but all good times. So it was nice just being able to feel the festive season.
Me, I'm just winding down to my
Mhm.
annual holiday break that I usually take. Yeah. It's coming
Here's
up
a little
real
thing that
soon.
I made. I know it looks probably horrid now.
What the hell?
It's supposed to
A
be a little,
Reese's cup with some
it's,
eyeballs. What the hell?
yeah. So in our thing we made a little Rudolph reindeer thing or whatever, like a little treat. So you just put together a Reese's cup, a pretzel,
Rudolph did a couple of lines before that. That's why
the
his nose
cat,
is red and shit.
the
That's
candy eyeballs,
why his nose is so bright.
the
Because
scarf
Rudolph,
is
yeah, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, did you do some lines tonight? That's how the song
stop,
went. Yeah,
stop.
that's how the
The
song
scarf,
should have.
the scarf is actually an airhead, so it's like, yeah.
Airhead. That's so perfect. That should be his name, Airhead. It's not Rudolph. His name is Airhead and shit.
So I know he's a little cockeyed, but it's
I'm
okay.
calling him Airhead. That's his name. Whether you named him or not, I just named him. His name is Airhead to me.
But it does look horrid. But this was one of the activities that we did with the meeting with our kids. So this was like our cooking with our kids that we did to like,
Kids.
just a little fun activity.
Cooking with kids. Are we gonna talk about that?
This may have been Ariana's, I think.
Ariana made the Airhead. Okay, yeah. I thought you made
So I
it.
had to kind of like
Ari
cockeyed,
made
but
the
it's okay.
Ari's Airhead. There we go. She made the Airhead. Okay. I get it now.
And then I went to my company's holiday party and it was fun. I find a dance floor it's not a thing. Like I said, our table is a little bit back. It's like, you're a little bit from the dance floor. I'm like, don't worry. I am the dance floor. I can always get to the dance floor. I don't have any problems with that. So it felt good to just be out there and just kind of, let loose, like I said, because we've all had a very trying year. So
That's
yeah.
what he called it on Club Shay Shay when he said what 2024 was going to be, and it has been quite the adventurous year. It definitely has. Like it's been very eventful. Yeah,
All would be exposed in 2024, whatever he said.
all will be the truth or whatever he said. Like yeah, the truth will be exposed. Some shit. Yeah, I forgot how the line went, but before we go further, a couple of rest in peace. Like yeah, rest in peace to one of my early instructors from Kennedy King, Mr. Virgil Hemphill. It's like we just lost him. I want to say 79, 8 or 9. He was like near 80, I know.
Mhm.
So his services were just the other day. So condolences going out to his family. I met his wife and his daughter. So congrats
Hmm.
going out to his family. And also a legend in the game right here. Rest in peace going out to Nikki Giovanni, 81 years old. Like
Hmm. I
poet
heard that.
extraordinary. Yeah. I know you're a writer, so I know that was one of your influences, Nikki Giovanni. Yeah.
I had her book years ago, and I need to I need to get another copy because I had the book Ego Tripping. Because it was
Okay.
like a
I remember
collection of It
I
was a
remember that.
collection of poems, and it was written specifically for young writers, for like young people who want to aspire to be a poet or a writer. And at that time, I was a young
A
author.
young author, literally. Yeah.
Duh, duh.
Went down to national to statewide competition downstate. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah, in Bloomington, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Bloomington. I
was
went
there for some reason. I don't remember anything about. I remember I went to. That's the only time I ever went to Bloomington Normal. And I remember nothing about that trip except the ride down there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I was there, but I was.
So it just makes you just feel like when you see, like people that you grew up admiring or like your legends, it's like they
Yeah,
just
I
mean
said
that we're getting older.
these were both influences on us. Like I said, Nikki, you
Mhm.
as a writer, and me in my radio career, like with Virgil. Yeah, like these are like people that
Mhm.
yeah early on, like yeah, our formative years, yeah, like early on. Yeah,
We're just getting older now. So it's
yeah,
like it's sad and it's like okay, it's like a changing of the guard kind of thing. It's like now we're going
yeah.
to be the
We're
elders sooner than
becoming
we
the
know.
elders slowly but surely. Yeah.
Sooner than we know in like 10 years, we're going to
Because
become
now, yeah,
the
I am somebody's virgin. Like, I teach radio, so like just like I was in his class, like way back when. It's like, yeah, like now I'm that guy, like, yeah, teaching the class. Like so they taking my class, looking at like I'm giving them like the fundamentals like of radio. He also did the show on Kennedy on KKC back in the day, with the high school students called Knowledge Quest. Like he's the one that like he
Oh,
for that, like yeah, he was like, because he like will be on the show with him. Yeah, so he did with the high school students.
cool.
Like I didn't know about that when I was in high school. I definitely would have been on that. I didn't find out till I was already past high school age. But better late
Yeah,
than
that would have
never.
been
I
a good
still went to Kennedy
vehicle.
King. Yeah, like I definitely would have been on that if I'd known about it in high school.
Hmm.
Nikki Giovanni, one of my memories. I remember. You remember the show the Deaf Poetry Jam? It's like
Yes, of
early
course.
2000s. Like the most memorable appearances on there are probably the Kanye appearances, but Nikki Giovanni made an appearance on the show during that
Hmm.
time. She did like the legend they had on there. But I remember Kanye did it was Gold Digger and he did All Falls Down, like spoken word versions of both.
Yeah.
Early versions of those in spoken word form.
Hmm.
And then when you heard the song, it's like, wait, I know that verse. Oh, that's yeah, on
18
Deaf
years.
Poetry. Yeah,
18
18
years. She
years.
got one of your kids got
Yeah.
18 years.
And
Yeah.
then with the all fall, he said, I'm so self-conscious. That's why I've got to wear at least one of my
On my
watches. Like,
watches.
but into that. So like those are like from that show. Yeah. Like Nikki
Hmm.
Giovanni was on that show, the Deaf
Hmm.
Poetry Jam.
Now I gotta go back and rewatch now. Mhm.
Yeah. I remember her being on an episode. It's like, oh, gotta have a legend on there. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, where do we want to start? Because there's a lot of shit. I'll let you pick one, yeah, because I got like seven,
Um,
seven big stories I could lead with and shit.
we could start with Kaya, like I said. Well, Kaya, like going off of my weekend too, because I'm still trying to catch up on stuff. I saw that Jamie Foxx's special came out earlier this week, but like I was just so busy. And then I'm like, okay, I have a small window to watch it right now. So then I put it on and I watched it. It's about an hour
A
and
little
eight
over an
minutes, I
hour.
want to say.
I literally just watched it Saturday night. I watched it
Yeah, I think it's an
right.
hour and
But
eight
matter of
minutes.
fact, I tell about what else. But yeah, saw it out Saturday night's main event for all my wrestling fans. I watched it right before I watched that. It's like, for those that don't know, if you grew up, you're an Xer or an older millennial, then like you knew whenever Saturday Night Live would go on hiatus, like yeah, that's the wrestler would take over that spot. They called it Saturday night's main event. And it was like it
Hmm.
started it back way back in '85. It's like so it was like 40 years was the original show, yeah. And they brought it back like now they came back after a long like decades hiatus. It's like and yeah, it felt like yeah, like they had
Felt
the
like,
old theme song and everything. It took me back to
oh,
when I was at A. I was like, oh, okay. The synth heavy with the 80s, like yeah, I was like, okay, yeah. It made me feel like I was a kid watching that. The bright colors like back in the day is like
oh
okay. Even
gosh.
that the Jesse Ventura was on commentary. I'm like the goat. Okay, yeah. They brought Jesse out of retirement. And he slipped right back into Jesse the body mode. He
See the
like
body.
went right into character.
Should have had old Painless with him.
I ain't got time to bleed. All my Predator fans. But yeah, I did watch that show, so that was fun. I watched Jamie Foxx right before I watched that. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
check out this Jamie. Yeah.
And it was called What Had Happened was, so I
Well, he
mean,
basically talked about his stroke and almost dying. It's like,
as we as Black people love that phrase. What had happened was this, and then you always lead with something crazy. But
especially when you see him on the news, like when they never talk to like me or you. It's always that what had happened was person they talk.
yeah,
They
I
put,
see the whole thing.
it's always that person they put on TV. It's like hide your kids, hide your wife. It's that person they put on TV all the time.
I ain't got anybody got time
Why
for
you got time for that? That's who they put on TV. That's who they put on TV all the time. But yeah, it was he basically talked about his experience, his near death experience, which he did
Yeah.
almost die. Like,
And
yeah,
I did what I enjoyed about it is that he did it on his terms because, like, if you notice, this whole time it was always speculation that he had a stroke. That was always a speculation.
yeah.
But his family, military silence, Corinne, I can't think of his other daughter's name right now.
I know the two daughters and his sister like didn't they kept quiet on it. Yeah,
everybody was just zip, 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 manager, zip, zip, zip. Nobody was saying anything. And I totally understand because the world is just so cruel nowadays. So had pictures came out of Jamie, like I said, the way he was describing how he looked, because he almost freaking died. He
yeah,
was like his head,
yeah.
he talked
Brain
about his
bleeds. It said something like that. Yeah,
he said
yeah,
his head was like just shaking and he couldn't
yeah,
stop shaking and everything. And I'm sure that he probably lost a lot of weight because when you're in the hospital, you lose a lot of weight.
yeah.
That happens because you're not eating. You're
Well,
not.
when you have a serious, any type of serious illness or
Mhm.
something, yeah, you do typically lose weight.
You may look scruffy or scraggly or whatever. And what I see is that the world can be so cruel is that if a picture came out of him while he was rehabbing, and like I said, shout out because he mentioned Chicago, and
Yeah,
Chicago is where he
he
rehabbed. I
did
remember when he
rehab.
was
Yeah, I
here.
remember like when they said he was in town. I do remember all of
I
that.
remember that. And then he was on the boat because I remember seeing the picture of him on the
Boat pictures
boat in
that
Lake
went
Michigan. I
viral.
remember that
That went
picture
viral. The boat pictures. He talked about the boat
because he
pictures.
was in Lake Michigan. Because I was like, oh shit, Jamie's in Lake Michigan. Okay, he's here. All right. But yeah, people like I was saying, people can just be incredibly cruel with that because if a picture came out of him not looking Oscar worthy, it's like, and "Ugh, he looked bad." It's like I almost fucking died. Of course I look bad. Like you get what I mean when people like make ignorant off cuff comments like that. It's like he's
Like
fighting a
it's
serious
like
illness.
hashtag Crack Panther. Like when Chadwick was dying,
Thank you.
like they were like making a
Thank
thing
you.
about his appearance. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
That's all they could talk about was his appearance. Thank
yeah.
you. Or like another one that I saw now that she's been kind of out there now like on her TikToks, Bernie Mac's daughter, because I saw her post like one of his final pictures when the sarcoidosis really had taken her like right before he was hospital
Like
like really
yeah, right after he probably wrapped on the Soul Man movie, like because that's around the
mhm,
time when his condition really worsened.
really
Yeah, during
worsened.
that filming is when it started up, and then right after that is when like the end, like he near
Hmm.
the end after
Because
that.
the picture I saw her because it was a sweet picture that she didn't share till now. It was he had just had, she had just had her child and he became a grandparent and he was like the doting grandfather and like his hair, he had like patches, like his hair was all gone. He had like patches and you know, but that was a picture that she just shared right now recently. It's like that picture, I'm glad that picture didn't come out then because people just ain't right. Ooh, what's wrong with him? It's like obviously you can tell someone is sick. So stop making rude comments about people. If somebody looks sick, they probably are sick. So just be a little bit kinder in your choice of words. But
It's like with Martin, same thing, which people made the comparison that Jamie
mhm.
Foxx was dressed
For Run Tell
similar to
that.
Martin from his Run Tell That, which was Martin like telling his story about with his near death experience, but when he
Hmm.
had the heat stroke, So they both had strokes, and Martin like he had the heat stroke back, yeah, and to me, like me personally, I think Martin ain't been the same since that. Like he hasn't talked about it like that, but like his like the Martin pre that and after the heat stroke, he's been like his energy and like just like how you remember how Martin was. We grew up on
Yeah,
Martin
he's
and
off
shit.
the
Like
chain.
that
Yeah.
dude doesn't exist anymore. Like the Martin we
Hmm.
got now, he's like, yeah, he is more like chill and like reserved. It's
Hmm.
like, yeah, like compared to what he was, he's still Martin, but he's like a chill, reserved Martin. Was like the Martin we knew, like, yeah, what like that. It's like
So did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it. I saw some people saying that it wasn't a
it
cut.
was, and because like here's why people didn't like it, I think, because it wasn't a traditional stand-up. It was he really he wasn't telling a lot of jokes. He was just telling the story. He mixed some jokes in
And
here and
because
there.
he's a comedian, when he tells a story, it's going to be so funny. But like when he was doing the impressions, that was funny.
Dave Chappelle and Trump and all of that shit.
Trump, they're eating the dogs.
I
I
forgot
love
who
the
said
Denzel.
that. It was a comedian that said that's how why Trump's like herky jerky movements is why he if Trump was just standing there giving a speech like when the assassination he would have got shot. You know, Trump is like the way it's awkward the way he moves and all of that. That's why the
He's
guy missed.
real.
It's like because like he is awkward the way he moves and all that. And that's how the guy missed him. Because like if he was just standing up there talking regular, he would have got shot. But his weird movements is how why the guy missed him. I forgot who said that was a comic. Like,
But Jamie, I love the Denzel. Get your fucking hands off me, like the Denzel. Because Denzel says that every get your fucking hands off me. He always says that.
you done lost your motherfucking. Oh, my bad. Yeah. The porch pirate that the dude sound like Denzel. You done
The
lost
one
your.
that almost got me though, where I almost had to fight back a tear when he was doing the piece with his daughter, and she was playing her guitar, and he was saying about what he has to live for. He said, "My oldest daughter is getting married. I want to walk her down the aisle." And they showed the picture of him
Oh, he
walking her
actually
down the
walked.
aisle. I was like, "No, not today. I'm not gonna cry today. Nope, you're not gonna get me because as a parent, that's what you want to be at your kid's wedding as a parent. That's something that you
You
want to
want to
do."
you want to tell a personal story? You know what story I'm about to tell. It's like,
Well, I mean, we've told it before, but I
oh
mean,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
on when our dad on his deathbed, that's one of the things
yeah,
that matter of fact, I think the last time you talked to him, the very last time, like we
yeah, it was.
like a day or two before he died, like we went there and we were
Hmm.
joking about. I was like, you gotta get up out of here. You gotta walk this kid down the aisle. It's like, hey, because I'm not doing it. So that's why
Who's
you gotta
going to
get
do
better.
it? Who's going to do it? I'm not going to do it because we need you need
But
to
yeah,
do it because who's going to do it?
so you can't. Yeah, you're gonna get out of here. 'Cause somebody gotta walk her down the aisle. And you weren't even dating at the time. That's what was.
No, not at all. Well, not really.
Yeah, it was shit.
See the face I made.
Not dudes you didn't want to give encouragement to. Wink.
Oh hell no, no.
Not
No,
shitheads.
this was a train wreck that I should have not. This is when spin the block went wrong. I spun the block and I should not have spun the block. Let me just spin the block doesn't always work, ladies.
Oh
Mine was
baby,
atrocious.
yeah, Ashanti and Nelly are the exception. Yeah.
Yeah, theirs was good. Mine was atrocious, so I should have never spun that block.
Yours is more like Jennifer and Ben Affleck. yours ended like that. But yeah, and then I went and saw him again like the day before he died. So I saw him like pretty much
Hmm.
hours before me and mom went and but that previous night me and you had went and we
Right.
about that
Hmm.
and then like sure enough that's where I did walk you down the aisle on your wedding day, you know.
Hmm.
And I remember going in, we said like before you like we're gonna kick everybody out so we could have a moment before we
Yeah.
yeah. And we had our little moment, yeah, like yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
But I
what
mean, that was the part
thought about
that
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 too when I saw. I was like, I
that
thought
almost got me. I was like, that was really
funny. I thought
touching.
about you when I saw that part too.
I was
The
like,
first
I was
person I
like,
thought
no.
of.
I was like, nope, not today. Not today, not today. But I mean, it's good. It was good to see Jamie. And then when he went on the piano and started playing, I was like, yeah, because Jamie, I consider Jamie a Renaissance man because he can act, he can sing, he's a comedian. Like he's very talented. He plays, he's very
Jamie's.
talented.
I don't think I'm gonna say he's not EGOT. I don't know if he got the Tony. He's not EGOT. I don't think. Yeah, I think it's Jamie EGOT. I don't know. I don't
I
think
don't
he
think
did
he
any
is. I don't think he
stage.
has a Tony.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
he
he's
has a
done.
Tony.
I don't know. I don't know if he's done stage and shit. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I don't think he has a Tony.
So I was thinking, like, is he got like I don't because I don't think he ever did like if he so now
Mhm.
there how he got his second chance. Like Jamie needs to get in one of these stage plays. So that's what I would say if I was a manager. You to find a play and like get in that shit right now
Exactly.
because you've got a pretty good chance. Like yeah, because people they want to see you win the Tony now, so you got a pretty good chance of winning it. So
Hmm.
like find a play that's hot and get in on that shit.
Yep.
That's what I was saying.
But I did enjoy it. So if you guys want to look, Netflix, what had happened was Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
It just came out last week. So it's still showing, like if you look into your Netflix, it'll say top 10. It'll show up.
And
It'll be
there's
in the first.
yeah,
Yeah.
just added is in that section too.
Yeah. So it's right there. So you can find it very easily.
Yeah. Um Remy and Papoose. Let's talk about this shit show. From something positive to something ridiculous or shit. We talked about couples and all of that shit. These two definitely don't ever need to spin the block like ever and shit. I don't care how much time passed, like if it's 30 years down the line, they don't ever need to spin the block. Let's start from the beginning. It's like this story has been boiling for like at least a year, like maybe more. And and we go back even further. Let's go back to the beginning when Remy Ma like she got convicted of the gun charge, whatever the fuck she did and shit. Yeah, she
Very
had.
angry young ladies with the judge called. You're a very angry young lady. Very angry.
And what people always admired was like how Papoose like was by her
Held her
side.
down.
All of that is
He
like
held her
because people
down.
like especially as a guy like we typically don't do that. Like we see women do that. They'll wait for yeah. I'll be waiting when you get out, babe, putting a hand on the glass. Like you don't see men do that shit. It's like hey, man be at the strip club with a big booty stripper that same night that she got that they hauled her off and shit. She
Yikes.
gets sentenced and shit, and you on to the next. That's typically
You
how.
saw what happened with Cookie. You saw what Lucius did to
Yeah,
Cookie.
Lucius got Boo
He
Boo
ain't
Kid.
wait for
It's like,
Cookie. He had Boo
yeah,
Boo Kitty.
yeah, he moved on to the next. He ain't waiting for Cookie to get out and shit. Lucius kept his shit moving.
Typical man.
That's how it is. It's like, but Papoose was like, he was a different one. He stood by her and said that whole like first year at least, like, he was going every day to
They
visit,
said he
like,
went every day. And they said he
which is why his music career like stalled. Cause like, yeah, how you going to have a career and you raising kids? Like, yeah, and visiting this chick every day. Like, when do you have
he
time to
went
work on music?
he went every day. And like from what I heard, I think that like I said, like prisons are a bit of a ways away. So like it's like
Usually in the middle of nowhere, most prisons.
let's say it's a 2 hour drive there, 2 hour drive back. That's 4 hours just commuting.
Yeah. And if you stay there like 8 hours,
The
it's like
whole visit, you stay there the
that's
six
12. That's a 12-hour day.
you stay there 6 hours for the visiting
Yeah.
hours or whatever, 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah. It's a lot, yeah. So you when do you gonna have time to record and
So
shit?
he was doing this every day, which I'm like, at some point, I'm not saying don't go visit, but it's like she went to jail from poor choices that she made.
Yeah.
You still have to live your life too. Go visit, but go like once or twice a week, not every day. Like, don't be there like you still have something you need. Like, focus and put that energy into your music. Focus and put that because he was a creative. So,
Yeah.
focus. And Papoose was a good rapper. Focus and put that into your creative and get your creative juices rolling and flowing.
Yeah.
But every day, I was like, he's going to every day, and he just there the whole day.
And he loved him some Remy. Yeah. And then
I mean, I'm sorry, I have a job. I'm not going out to him. I'm sorry. Like I got, and you got kids too. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
fast forward to like about let's say a year, maybe over a year ago, like
And
rumors.
and they had their daughter too. Like
Yeah,
their
they had
daughter's
it
like
when she
six.
got out. Yeah,
Okay.
when Remy finally got out, they
Yeah.
because they had a blended family because like they
Yes.
both had kids before the
From our previous
marriage.
relationships. Yeah.
And then they
Mhm.
had said because a lot of couples do they say we want to have one together too, even though
We
we
want to have one
got kids,
together.
we want to just have one together. Because like it was cool to do the Brady Bunch thing, but we want to have one together too. It's like
Hmm.
yeah, like so a lot of couples do that have the blended family. So we have one just so we can say like one that's ours together.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's what
And I thought they were doing well because I saw that because they got their little daughter, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's cute.
they're loving hip hop, all of that. It's like yeah.
Yeah. And then the shit show.
And what happened, like, here's like the I'll start from like when the shit really started getting real. It's like Remy Ma, like she's there's some kind of versus battle rap series that she does. Like I don't follow it, so I don't know. But like she's into the battle rap scene. That's what she's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I call this like verses for battle rappers. That's what I'm calling.
Hmm.
She like hosted like one of these events that she was doing, and then
She was hosting 8 Mile, basically.
yeah, she was what's
What
his
it
name,
was.
Mackay Pfeiffer's character.
Future was that his name?
Yeah, she's Future definitely.
Well, too soon.
Yeah.
That's what she should
She
date.
says she's past, present, and future. Her ass.
Yeah.
but, but yeah, her ass, the female future. That's what I'm gonna call her from there. Female future. She was doing these battle rap shows and shit. And one of the guys there, like they seem more than just business partners. I can't think of the motherfucker's name. Like I could look it up real quick. But yeah, but the guy's name I can't think of off the top of my head. But anyway, yeah, so then like once where there's smoke, this fire, word got out. Cause then people like went from because like Papoose and Remy were like a lot of people's like the hood couples goals. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's yeah,
Which no couple should be couples goals.
I
Just
never
for
do
this
that because
reason
I don't because we
alone.
don't know these people. They're strangers. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. As but yeah, people had couples goals with the two of them and said, and then like when the rumor starts swirling, it's like, something ain't right about this. It's like her and this dude. It's more than just battle rap going on. It's like, and so they started wearing matching outfits and all of that shit. And that's when you know, like, yeah, like that's all I know that Papoose is I don't I don't want to label him as a simp, but I get why cats would call him a simp and shit. It's like because you stood by this chick and she's just like out in public flaunting the bullshit. She's not even subtle with her bullshit.
Canoodling. That's the word. She's
Canoodle.
canoodling in public.
That's what people are like, yeah, he's kind of a simp. That's where that started that talk started. And the guy kind of looks like a great value Papoose, so Remy definitely got a type.
He
Like,
definitely got a type.
yeah. People saying that he was like great value. Was it Emu Papoose? They be saying what's that?
People.
Yeah. He's like, that's what I say great value Papoose, the guy.
Sheen Papoose.
Yeah, basically.
Shade.
But yeah, that's what I'm trying to find the guy's name and shit. I want to, I like telling the whole
But
story.
you just can't like I don't know I just don't understand that when you see like when people cheat and then like the person they cheat with it's like damn I thought that was your part like it's like
Yeah.
why you cheat with somebody who looks
That's
like
probably why she
yourself?
was so comfortable being out in public because people like photographs. She probably just lied and said, "Oh, that was just being pap." And shit. Like she could say
Like
it
Papoose
was
is having a bad day. Yeah, he's having a bad day.
like, you say that again.
He's having a bad day today. But I was like, I never understood that you cheat with somebody who looks just like your spouse. Like,
Easy to block, Captain. I knew it was. I was like, that
okay.
was gonna drive me crazy. That's the guy's name. But the block captain got knocked the fuck out and shit. We gonna get to that too. It's like, yeah, they all canoodling in public, and then like now, recently, now that the shit has hit the fan, like Papoose put a picture. Is a picture of like them kissing in front of a Christmas tree, like
Oh yeah, I saw them. They were like this.
all that hugged up, yeah,
They were
beamed
like,
up in the crib, yeah. The this fucking easy to block captain, the great value Papoose. Hey, y'all
you got
hugged
the
up.
matching holiday pajama picture that we take every year. So it's like you take it with your family, and then you're in front of your tree or whatever, and then you guys are wearing your matching
Not your
pajamas.
side, dude. It's like, yeah,
You're in
yeah.
your matching pajamas. That's what they did, but she did with her side dude. So yeah.
Now that it's fine, like yeah, all of that was that. But I think around that time is like when they said that Pop basically confronted dude and like knocked him out. They said it wasn't a fight. It was basically like two hits. Pop hit him and then he hit the
He
ground and
hit the
shit. Like
ground.
that's basically what the story. Like, and I believe it because he leaked text messages of Remy saying that don't tell people that it was that. Say it was competitive or something. It's like, but like she's like
Looks like
telling him not to leak that story, and I believe that Pat probably really did knock him
it
out.
looks like he got hands though. So he got hands.
Brooklyn or something like I forget where. I know Remy's from the Bronx. I forget where Pap is from. Like he's from one of them fucking boroughs doing shit, and like where they can fight. And shit. he's he's from one of them boroughs where they fight. And shit. But yeah, he knocks the guy out. And that's the start. And now, like, fast forward a year later, now Pap is like, I'm you gonna do you, I'm gonna do me. But he you chose easy to block captain, like knock off Pap. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm upgrading too. It's like, but he upgraded with Clarissa Shields. It's like, for those that don't know her, she's like the GOAT female boxer. Yeah. And like probably she's the female Floyd, basically, like the greatest of all time, like on the female side. That's what I would call her. It's like Clarissa, yeah, she's the GOAT. And she even calls herself the GWOAT with the W, greatest woman of all time. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's her moniker, the GWOAT. So yeah, she's the greatest female boxer of all time, I would
Layla want
say.
to lay in on this, Layla Ali.
Clarissa got a definite claim. Like, yeah, but
Layla was a beast. Layla was a beast.
so Pappas and then Remy like was complaining about that. Like, yeah, like so you can't be the one that's cheating and then get mad when your partner gets somebody.
But that's a narcissist though. It's like you no, you have to wait for me. You sit at home and you wait for me while I
Yeah,
go
but
out here.
I
When I
gotta, yeah,
decide to
I
come
gotta,
back to
gotta
you,
sow my royal oats like Akeem and shit, and then and then 40 days you come back and marry, yeah.
when I decide that I want to come back to you, you better still be here waiting for me. You better be pining over me. You better be looking for me because I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. That's what a
Kind of
narcissist
got a role reversal in their relationship. Like I said, like with him like visiting and waiting on
waiting
prison,
for her
and
and
this cheating scandal. That's typically the opposite way. Like when
yeah.
guys be like, typically like, hey, like, I think we should have an open marriage. Like you can say, yeah, it's fine. He wants to fuck other chicks. It's like, yeah,
No, they want an open marriage on there. It's one ended, open ended.
yeah. But you gotta wait though. It's like, yeah, you could do what, and that's kind of what Remy is like. I can do what the fuck I want, but nah, you gotta wait for me to come back. It's like you can't date Clarissa
What,
Shields.
what's the phrase? Ain't no fun if the rabbit got the gun.
Facts.
Rabbit got the gun now.
Yeah.
And you want to leave that lady alone, Remy. Like Remy, you may have some hands, but she gonna knock the brakes off
Yeah.
you. You want to leave that lady alone.
Possibly the greatest female boxer of all time and shit.
Remy, you gonna be looking like Martin when he fly
Tommy Hearns, exactly. Yeah.
You gonna look like Martin.
Somebody please do that. Make a Photoshop that shit. Remy's face on Martin's body, and then put Clarissa on fucking yeah on Tommy Hearns. Put Papoose on Gina and shit. Like, dude, somebody please do that. That shit would be amazing. Then Remy like, I don't want to fight no more. The knots on the head.
That's how you gonna look, Remy, if you try to bother that lady. Leave that lady alone.
I don't want to fight no more. That's gonna be you.
I don't want to fight no more.
That's gonna be you.
She gonna knock the brakes off of you, but love make you do some strange things. You saw T.I. try to fight Floyd Mayweather over Tom Lightning. So hey, love make you do some crazy things. So which another one, like I said, he was out there cheating in here, but
yeah. Wasn't that she hooked up with Floyd, and then like, now it's a problem.
that he wanted to fight expeditiously.
What I think I saw him in the audience to Jamie Foxx. It was like celebrities all over. I think T.I. was in the audience.
I'm sure because it was in Atlanta, so yeah.
I think I saw. I definitely saw Ed Lover's ass.
I saw Ed Lover. I'm about to say I saw it because he was like,
come on,
oh,
son.
Ed Lover.
1043.
Come on, son.
1043 jams and shit. My radio brother.
He got the silver fox now. He's gray. Well, I was like, is that Ed Lover?
I saw T.I. in the audience at that. I thought about it. But yeah, this Remy Papoose is like I said, when the shit was going on a year ago, like I started getting, I was like, this dude, like he didn't held you down. It's like, and fuck that. It's like that's fuck that. It's like
people don't appreciate like
you got somebody good, you don't appreciate
like the people who you held down your guy. He had a vision. You was in there grinding with him, helping him hold down his vision. And then he dumps you as soon as he gets on, and he gets an Exotica. As soon as he gets on, it's like you held this man down.
Leo asked for a white girl.
You held this man down for 12 years.
You left.
Looking like Angela Bassett and Waiting to Exhale. You held him down and
you break up with Alexis for Amber Rose, and then later Kim. Then later Bianca Sensory. Oh.
And Alexis would have had him right. That's all I'm saying. Alexis would have had him right. She was a real one.
My little Kanye references for that went over your head. That's all.
But it's just, and then my thing that I keep on going to is that a lot of this stuff, we don't ask for this. Leave us out the group chat. Like, just
Yeah,
take us out, take the people out,
right.
because now we're in the shit show.
Now everybody got to have an opinion. Yeah,
I feel like the kid in the custody battle when your parents are arguing and the child is the pawn in this. So that's how it's feeling like we're the pawns in this and you guys are going back and forth. And let's not forget, you guys have a small child. Their daughter is, I want to say 6, I think.
yeah.
You have a small child.
You got a young child, so yeah.
So you guys are going to be at least like forever, you guys are going to be each other's lives when you have a child. But at least for the next 12 years,
Another decade plus at least. It's
at
like,
least the next 12 years, because that child is going to be 18,
but
12
when you have
years.
kids, it's probably forever, but like at least 12 years, minimum 12, probably forever. You like,
But then, it's going to be the college trunk party.
yeah, trunk
It's going
party,
to be
wet,
the
wait, yeah, weddings is like,
the
yeah, like
college graduation,
graduation.
the wedding,
And
the
then like
baby shower.
mhm, the baby's birthdays is like, yeah,
You're going to be there.
then then like the grandkid stuff is like, I want you to be at the baby's kindergarten graduation. It's like yeah, it goes on forever. It's
It
like
goes on forever. So you at least gotta be civil. Like, you don't have to be best friends with your ex, but you at least gotta be civil. And then
if
if
they're
you're
not,
going,
if they're pro athlete, then you get like Dell and Sonya Curry. Yeah, when like you gotta see each other at the NBA games, like when she's there, your ex there with a dusty looking
with
guy.
that Dusty guy, he was so Dusty.
Ex with a
I know I
dust.
keep on calling him Dusty, but he was
I don't know
Dusty.
his name, so let's call him that dusty
He
looking.
was Dusty looking. I was like, I know he got a lot of money because ain't no way that man like him will pull Sonya
Red
Curry. Ain't no
paper,
way.
paper. The capital P.
Sonya Curry is still beautiful at like 60. Like, ain't no way that.
So a lot of people for years, like before the shit show started, they were saying like, "Yeah, I was there. Steph's mama get it." Like people don't even know her name, but that's like,
They
Steph's
call
mama
her,
get it. It's like
instead of calling her a MILF, they call her a GILF grandmother. They call her a GILF.
she was pretty popular for. Yeah,
And Steph was getting
Steph's
mad
mama
because it's
get
like,
it.
you did know somebody, yeah, I fuck your mom. What? It's like, are
looking like looking like Finch from American Pie.
like, what? That's how you know you're gonna react. You're gonna want to fight everybody. But no, you gotta at least be civil though. When it's all said and done, you have to be civil for the sake of the kids
But I had to talk about that shit.
and draw your lines in the sand. And then I also say, get an actual divorce. Don't get a hood divorce. Don't be like we've lived separate lives.
Pap wants one is like she's not let
He
she ain't
wants one, but he said you don't
once
want.
again role reversal is like typically like it'd be like the other way around. The woman be like, yeah, she just wants her freedom. It's like, but he's like, no, you ain't going nowhere. You my wife. It's like, it's like they got a real role reversal in this marriage and shit. Yeah.
But maybe he just likes alpha women. They say he maybe just likes
We
strong
know we
women
know somebody like that. That's very clear.
that likes
We had
alpha.
him a Remy, a Clarissa Shields, and then some. It's like we definitely know somebody that
Likes just like a strong woman.
yeah.
You like a woman who takes charge. Let's just say that.
Yikes. Um, was want to stay entertainment. Just stay entertainment for now.
Yeah.
Get all the entertainment there. We go with the legal stuff. The big story, which like we didn't even lead with this. That's like there's so
Mm.
much other shit that didn't happen, like with Papoose and Remy and Jamie Foxx and whatever the hell. We just talking about a lot of shit. Like I
Man,
don't.
JB had a thing that happened at his birthday. Like, it's just a lot going on. They said like he got hit with a glass. It's
Yeah.
like, come on. It's just a lot going on.
But the big story that we didn't even lead. That's how busy this week was. Jay-Z getting accused of raping a 13-year-old. Like that shows you how crazy this week was. That story is like not even front page news anymore. And shit. Yeah. And that should be the biggest story in the world. It's like yeah. It's like what have you heard so far? Because there's all kinds of like allegations coming out about.
So I heard that they named him and Diddy in this. It was at a VMA party, and
2000.
Jane Doe was 13 years old at the time, and that she was SA'd, as they say, by Jay-Z. Jay-Z camp immediately came out and vehemently denied it.
I'm trying to find
Immediately
the
they
statement.
came
I
out.
have Jay-Z's statement. I'm gonna pull it up.
And then people were complaining about they said in the PR move, they said that, and then the next day he was on the red carpet with his wife and Blue Ivy at
Yeah, at the
Mufasa,
Mufasa premiere. Yeah, Tina was
which
there too, who also spoke out. Is like, hey, like,
some people were like, was that like it's like, but the premiere was coming and then his daughter and his wife weren't. So it's like it's
yeah, I
just the
think it
timing
had
kind of
nothing to do
sucks
with the
for
picture.
him.
He just
So
didn't
I
cancel
really
the appearance. That's all that was. Which is like I think was smart. Is like I think if he had canceled, he'd look guilty and shit. Yeah,
exactly. I'm like the timing just sucked that that came out. But as a person, and I'm going to delve in because like we live it like it's and then the only thing that in there is it's a civil suit,
yeah. This
not
is
a
civil. Yeah.
criminal.
So
So
basically,
civil is
civil is
different than
about the
criminal.
money, money, and like
Civil is
because
different than
the
criminal.
burden of proof is lower on civil suits, which is how
Hmm.
OJ like lost his civil claim, but he the criminal trial he won because the burden of proof is way less. It's like yeah.
Hmm.
It's like, well, you have to prove that he killed those people. You don't have like the proving that the proof with civil is way lower, which is why
Hmm.
like with OJ went to trial for both, like
This is why a lot
criminally,
of people just settle out of
civil.
court with these
Yeah,
civils because
a
it's
lot of
like,
them. Yeah.
okay, yeah, I did some fucked up shit, but here's $20 million, go away.
Sometimes and sometimes it's cheaper to fight to just pay him. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like how much would I have to pay to make this go away? Like, yeah.
Yeah, here's this $20 million, go away.
Yeah, if you got it, yeah, then you'll do that. Yeah. But to me,
But
if I didn't do nothing, because like the court of public opinion can't bury you, so I get that too.
mhm.
Like to this day, I still don't think that Michael Jackson touched anybody's kid. It's like I had my doubts once upon a time, but now I'm like it was all bullshit. It was manufactured. There's never been any evidence that he touched
But then
anybody's
now
kid.
the fact that now there's videos that come out about him speaking out about against the music stuff, so and
And
then
some of
all
that
that stuff.
stuff was out back then. We just
I'm about to say when those videos have
resurfaced.
resurfaced of him
Yeah,
talking out, but then as soon as he talked out about it, then all these allegations came up.
yeah. Like I
Sounds a
still don't
little
think. Yeah,
suspicious.
it's like
Sounds a little suspicious.
or another one where I get why I get in for because like I said why people's like why did he release the statement he looked guilty it's like no you if you're not guilty like yeah you got nothing to hide why not release a statement.
And then if you don't release a statement, then you're guilty.
Yeah,
It's a double-edged sword. You damn if you do, you damn if you
you
don't.
remember this Cheryl Lee Ralph was like last year or something when she said that she got assaulted like by a TV judge, remember that shit? I don't know if you remember that story.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
And then she said, "Oh, it's not my good brother Judge Mathis." And for some reason, somehow people just automatically like made it be Joe Brown. For some reason, that's why he's like, "I've never even met that woman." Why it's like he's like,
Right.
I like why he say it was me? It turned out it was like I think it allegedly like it was like Ed Koch, I think, which he was on the People's Court. I think it turned out to be him or something like that. But like for whatever reason, the public opinion just made it be Joe Brown. It's like it
Hmm.
wasn't Mathis. It's the other black judge. Like who says it was? Who said it was a black TV
Who said it was
judge?
a black man,
Yeah,
first of
it's
all?
like, yeah. But
Did
the
she say a
public just
black
decided
judge?
it was Joe Brown
Did she
for
say
some
that?
reason. It's like he's like, what? I never even met that fucking woman. Like how did I assault her?
Why my name getting this?
Never even met and shit. Yeah, got nothing to do
But
with.
the thing that just really just makes me go like, so with the whole Jay-Z thing, like we said, it's a civil, not a criminal, and like you are innocent until proven guilty. That's a
Yeah.
big thing.
Even
And this
even Diddy, like is technically he's innocent, like even like with all of the
until proven
bullshit,
guilty.
even technically Diddy is innocent.
But in all of this, and then especially the fact that it even makes it more real for them because what Blue Ivy is what, 12, I think.
Yeah.
I think Blue Ivy's, yes, Blue Ivy is 12. So you have a daughter that is about that age now. So my thing, like I said, I have a daughter who's a little bit younger than that, but it's like
I'm gonna tell I was gonna put that in real talk for you.
we have to,
Like the story, like let's talk about the details of this before I read Jay-Z's lawyer statement. Is like the details, like people are like adding it don't add up. Is like Is like, first of all, if this kid was 13, and like, why the fuck is he a 13-year-old
Yeah,
child
so
out at
why
night
they
going to a fucking VMA
why
party?
they're at a
Right.
VMA party and
I was just about to say, like, you have a kid that's not that far off from 13. It's like, yeah, would you
my
let
thing
your fucking daughter go to anybody's after party
my
by
thing
herself?
that my thing that I'm adding into this,
You gonna
I'm
drop
not
her off and like, hey, have fun. I'll pick you up when it's over. It's
I'm
like,
not saying that Holly, like as they call it, Holly weird doesn't have weird shit that happens. However, we do, like I said, we have to hold all adults accountable in this situation. If you are an adult of a 13-year-old, and if a Hollywood, I don't care who the fuck it is, mogul, whatever this person is, I have the power to make your child be the next, I don't know, whoever the biggest star in the world, but you got to turn this child over to me.
yeah,
No, the fuck
Taylor
I'm not.
Swift. I don't.
No, the fuck I'm not. I'm not turning over my child unsupervised to you. I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm not leaving my child, my minor child. I'm not leaving my underage minor child with anybody unsupervised. I am not doing that as a parent. I'm just not doing that. That's not going to happen. So we have to hold all adults accountable. Like I said, obviously the creeps who are the pedophiles, yes, but you parents who are turning a blind eye just to like make a dollar off your kid,
And they
you gotta
changed,
hold them
and the
accountable
story is
too.
changing too. Is like, first
Both
it
have
was
to be
like,
held.
first it's like Diddy assaulted her, and like, Jay-Z watched. Now like Jay-Z participated. You changing the story too. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's not bad. And I said Jennifer Lopez was allegedly in the room too. Like somehow she hasn't been sued. It's like, it's like it doesn't make sense, the story and shit. Yeah,
Sounds like a lot going on,
yeah.
but like I said,
It's
if these things are happening
And I'm not
where
saying like weird shit don't happen. Like I'm like Jay-Z probably has done some bullshit. I don't know if he's like a fucking child assaulter though. Like it's probably been bullshit. Like yeah, like shady shit he's done,
I
but
mean,
I
like I
don't
said,
know
we know he
that though.
stabbed Dunn. That
Yeah,
happened.
like that stabbing on Rivera. Like yeah, that shit I believe. It's
That
like
happened. He stabbed Dunn. That happened.
yeah, like it's like some shit like shit like that. Like he might have like business wife fuck people over like that and shit. Like Dash,
Mhm.
he probably might did dirty. Like yeah, like people like that is like, but I like the kid stuff. Like I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, especially this fucking story. It sounds like the details keep changing. It's like
But
for
as a, let's say, like, why are you like a 13-year-old? And I don't
and the
care how much.
father allegedly say he don't even remember that shit. So like, yeah, so even your father is not vouching for this. He's like, yeah, I don't remember dropping you off anywhere and shit.
And it's not enough makeup in the world that makes a 13-year-old look like a grown person. I'm sorry.
Care how mature, how thick you are,
I
you still
develop how
gonna look like a
tall.
fucking kid and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like a 13-year-old is not going to look like a 25-year-old. I don't care how much makeup there is. It's just not, that's just not going to happen.
Mm. But and I take everything on a case by case basis. That's me. It's like I don't automatically like just jump on every story. It's like, yeah. It's
Hmm.
like, but this case sounds like some bullshit. It's like, in my opinion. I don't, yeah. I'm not just saying that as a Jay-Z fan. I just the case just it sounds very questionable. The details sound sketchy to me and shit. Yeah, that's just how I feel
And
about this.
that's what his lawyers basically they said they vehemently denied the claims. Like they were right on it. Like as soon as
Thinking
it
is
came
long. You
out,
want me to read it or not? 'Cause it's long as shit.
you can do like an abbreviated version. Just pull out
I'll
the
read part of it. Yeah,
yeah.
here's right from Rock Nation's official Instagram account. Yeah, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. Like he's like some shady entertainment. Yeah, he's like I'm comparing. He's almost like another Ben Crump, but
Are you an is
minus
he an
minus the
ambulance chaser?
minus the racial shit. He's like Ben Crump.
He's no better than an ambulance chaser. You know the ones that
Except Ben Crump minus the racial shit, like minus chasing the black white cases. Like yeah, that's what he sounds like to me. It's like um, what he had calculated was the nature of these allegations, and the public actually would, and the public, public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect and made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So, no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a complaint. A criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whoever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Wouldn't you agree? I'll read that much.
this is
Yes.
true.
Yeah. So yeah, they said, why are you filing? If it's like if he really did rape this teenager,
13-year
yeah,
old then.
it's like why is it not criminal? Yeah. Why
Hmm.
is it civil? Because the statute of limitations hasn't expired on that case. If it's criminal, yeah. I don't
Hmm.
think rape or it's not. I don't think statutory rape has a. I don't think it has a statute. I think they can get you forever on that shit if you like mess with an underage kid. It's like yeah. So why is it civil and not criminal?
Hmm.
Because you're the bag chaser. That's why you after the bag. Yeah, that's possible. People mention like too and because and Jay-Z and R. Kelly were real close. It's like just people trying to tie that together. Hey, best of both worlds. Remember that? It's like and it's questions about like when him and Beyonce got together. It's like, yeah, he might have a history of messing with underage here. Like I don't know when him and Beyonce actually got together. I don't know what year that was, so I can't speak on that and shit. Yeah.
They've said before Beyonce was like, I think 19 when they got together. So
I remember around '02 is when I first started hearing about them. So like that
so she was
maybe
around
it's a little
19,
before
20 when
that.
they
I
got
don't yeah,
together.
yeah.
So
That's
which
just me personally. I remember it was around that
yeah, she
time,
could
late
have got
'06.
with him at 19 or 20. So
Yeah. Which is not underage, by the way. So
yeah, but
but yeah, that's what I feel about that. So and I'm not saying that it's impossible that he could have done this because I don't know that Negro like he
yeah.
could have, but
But
just
one thing
looking
about
at the
them cars,
facts is like it ain't adding up to me
one
personally.
thing about them cars, like I said, you better come correct because them cars,
You saw what happened to Jaguar Wright.
them cars got long money.
Piers Morgan and shit. He took that video down like the very next day and shit.
Them cars got long money. What Jay-Z is worth like 2.6 billion, Beyonce is worth 700 million.
Yeah.
I think them cars got long money.
And Piers Morgan ain't scared of shit. It's like, but he took that video
He took
down.
that video
He
down.
took that video down.
He has been stage left on
Like
that one.
his show is basically like it's like a free speech haven. It's like you can say what the fuck you want on the show, but guess what? He took that video, that Jaguar Wright video. He took that down. No
Yep.
shit.
He didn't want the smoke.
That they sent that letter. He's the next, and he had gave an on-air apology. He's like, "Hey, like, I didn't check my guest for like, so like claims she made on the show, so therefore, like, I've removed the video. Like, he not only did he take the video down, but he fucking apologized for her comments too
Hmm.
and shit. This is the dude that don't apologize for shit, but yeah, he took that fucking video down, so that said something. It's like, shit. um, let's get into the legal shit now. It's like, we talked a little bit about this case. Like it finally has a conclusion now. The Daniel Penny case. Remember the New York guy he
Yeah,
choked
with the
out on the
chokehold.
subway. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jordan Neely. Like and this is one of them Ben Crump cases. Like he might be attached to this. I think it's another lawyer. Somehow Crump wasn't on this one. It's like, but he got found not guilty on all charges. It's like because they had because he got it was manslaughter and then it was negligent death or something like that. It's like two
Hmm.
different charges and because they said let's talk about the Jordan Neely. He was not just a Michael Jackson impersonator. Like he was like on drugs. He had mental issues, and he had a history of attacking people on the subway like 40 something the rest of like yeah like
Hmm.
of punching like knocking people out on the subway. He like had a history of attacking people. So to me I looked at it as a case like if you remove race from this shit, it was like he fucked around and found out. He ran into a Marine and got choked the fuck out. That's what happened.
Hmm.
That's and just because like oh it was a white dude choking out a black dude, people turned it into
Let's
race.
not
No,
let's
I
not
think it's
forget
just like a crazy motherfucker that ran into a Marine and got fucked up. That's what
but
happened.
let's not forget that trained like soldiers, they're trained to kill. So
Yeah.
and if they feel in that instance where it's like, okay, imminent danger, they go into that. Like we saw Bad Boys with Reggie.
Yeah.
We saw Bad Boys when Reggie snapped. We saw that like people they go into that mode and like
Yeah.
you said, he fucked around and found out.
That's how I saw the case from the beginning. That's why originally he dude what Penny wasn't even arrested because of that. But then the
Mhm.
Ben Crumps of the world started. It's like they choking us out on the train now.
It
Yeah.
wasn't.
And then So then like the prosecutor felt, okay, now we have to arrest him, even though it was like right from the beginning, it was like self-defense. It's
It
like
was
yeah,
self-defense.
it's like because even like that 'cause now like we've seen like the body cam footage came out with like the people on the train talking to the cops and like not one of them called out Penny. Almost like yeah, the dude started acting crazy. Like he actually like stopped him. It's like they all were like pretty much on his side. It's like the
Mhm.
dude was wilding out saying he was gonna kill people. Like yeah, he stopped him. So unless they're all in on it somehow, like yeah, like
Mhm.
even the black people that said that too. Yeah, it was black people on that train that said that too. Like, yeah, dude was wilding and
They
like he
probably
stopped
said
him. Yeah,
that's the scariest place for somebody to wild out on the subway because you
yeah.
can't go
Where you
anywhere.
gonna go? You in a subway tunnel in a little ass tube and shit underground. It's like, yeah, you just trapped and shit. So somebody starts. I put myself in that situation. I'd have knocked him out too and shit. If I rode the subway and like, yeah, like, like like that's all I look say. If I'm on the, I would have been like I probably would have like people like they when you're in that situation, you don't know what you're gonna do. Like, and that's always the idea.
It's the old adage, flight or flight,
Yeah,
fight or
fucked
flight.
around and found out. That's how I looked at.
You gotta fight your way out of stuff
Yeah.
sometimes. You have to.
But that's that situation. Let's go to another sexual assault case from way back
Oh.
well 2000. It's almost 20 years now. I think it's '06. Remember the Duke lacrosse case? You remember that?
Yes, 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 I saw that. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you saw the girl, she's talking now, and like I said then, like that's why y'all Negroes gotta stop getting caught up on this racial bullshit. It's all bullshit, like the media denied to you and shit. They they do shit to make you feel a certain way. It's all bullshit. It's like, yeah, all of
And
this
that's
shit is
on and
fake.
that's across the board. That's across the
All this
board.
shit is
Media
fake.
does do shit to make you to tap into your
It's
emotions.
fake and shit, yeah. Because that case, like from the beginning, I looked at that. I'm like, that sounds, but like, because let's tell the story for those that don't
Because I
remember.
was in college around that time when it happened. I
Yeah,
want to say,
yeah, let's tell the story for those that don't remember.
yeah, I was in college when that was going
Black
on.
girl, like poor black girl who was a stripper. Yeah, she went to the Duke lacrosse party to entertain the guys. Yeah, she
And let's be
says,
real, lacrosse, so like they're privileged white boys.
yeah, like rich white.
Probably
Yeah,
privileged white
and
boys.
they all were.
Okay.
Yeah, were like we went to Duke, and I'm sure they weren't on scholarships. They paid.
Yeah, they were privileged
Duke ain't
white
cheap.
boys.
Yeah, so yeah,
They may or may not have been legacy.
yeah,
You know how
possibly.
that
Yeah.
goes.
So
Endowments that your parents gave. So
so
yeah.
yeah, they came from families with money, like these the lacrosse
Hmm.
players. It's like, and then poor black girl just trying to make it like yeah, shit, doing something strange for some change and shit like yeah. And so she said that they assaulted her and shit. And then like they went on trial, everything people called them rapists, all of that shit. Like, if you did, you're a coon. If you immediately didn't
Hmm.
like accuse them as being rapist.
And we know the history, like I said, and that's just such a hard pill to digest because we know the history that a lot of black women in our history were assaulted by white men and never got justice for it.
Yeah. And some
It's been a
people
lie that
that
has
cry
happened
too.
in
Yeah, well,
history.
this is justice for the ones that didn't get. Like people are like,
So
look, can't
that's why
you can't
that was just
punish them
so
because of some motherfuckers who got away with some shit in the past. It's
so
like
that's why that was such a hard one to like do because it's like, that did happen. A
yeah.
lot of black women were assaulted by white men in previous and years in the past. But
So as the story was
yeah,
unfolding, like like when the like when they putting the evidence together, like the prosecution, like it's holes in the story. They started because first of all, the lineup was bullshit. Typically, like when you do a photo lineup, you're gonna have some bullshit pictures in there to like make sure they
right.
tell the truth. You have the suspects mixed in with some bullshit. She did a photo
Hmm.
lineup, yeah. What they did is the cops they brought a picture of the lacrosse team. It's
The lacrosse team.
like from a yearbook picture, like okay, which guys? It's like, yeah. So of course she's just gonna pick some random guys on the team. It's like, well, if you do a
Hmm.
proper lineup, if she's picking, it's like, okay, like that's one of our that's like remember they did it on an episode of New York Undercover when they
Yep.
with Torres. Yeah.
Yep.
They said we have a suspect. Yeah, to prove the girl was lying, they had put Torres in cuffs. So yeah, that's the guy. It was like that's a police officer. Yeah,
That's one
that's
of our
not the guy.
detectives.
It's like
That's a
so
detective.
yeah, so we know you full of shit. We set you up, basically. Yeah. So you would
Hmm.
put that as like, yeah, well, actually, that's like one of our people. So like that, he's never even set foot on Duke's campus. So like, this is not the guy. It's like he's a
Hmm.
cop that works. So that's how you do a lineup. You mix in some bullshit pictures and like so that if they pick out the right ones, they usually tell the truth. Probably okay, that's the guy. If you're just picking out randoms, it's like you just it's a guessing game then. But that's
Right.
what happened. They showed her a yearbook picture, a picture of the team. She picked out like three random guys on the team. So then when they do the rape kit on her, like which they do like with any victims, like that gets assaulted, they do the swab of your lady parts. Yeah. It
Mhm.
turns out just like with Kobe's victim is like they didn't find any like DNA from these guys. Like yeah, well they Kobe was a little different, but yeah, but they found other semens in there from like other
We
guys.
found other from other.
It wasn't any of these
It
lacrosse
wasn't
players.
any of them, but it was from other men.
So like yeah, so you've been active, but like none of them like did nothing. So then like the case ended up getting dismissed because the lack of evidence, like because her story just kept yeah, she kept when you start backpedaling and change, and they ended up dismissing the case. So fast forward, she just talked recently saying that yeah, she made the shit up.
That
And said
she
20
lied.
years later, like yeah, she's like yeah, like none of that ever happened. Like I knew that right from the beginning, but y'all called me a coon and just
But then once you've been branded a rapist, it's hard to,
yeah.
even if evidence proves that I didn't do it, and then yeah, they were never convicted of anything. The case was
Yeah.
dropped. They never faced any convictions.
Yeah. They got accused, but like it never even really went to trial. It got
Right.
dismissed. They dismissed that case like
Dismiss it
early on. It's like,
quickly.
yeah,
But once
lack
you've
of
put,
evidence.
but once that stamp has been put on you,
Yeah.
these guys, I don't know, like, did they have to change their names? Did they have to go away? Did they have to, like
I
completely
don't know.
start a new life to be, you get what I'm
I don't know
saying?
how life unfolded with them after that, but I can only imagine that shit is like when somebody falsely accuses you.
Because now they're
Like
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 lying because
with this
they're
Jay-Z story, if it turns out that girl is lying, people are gonna call him a rapist to the end of time, bro.
right.
He's gonna be labeled a child rapist no matter what, no matter how this case turns out. No matter like outcome, it's like they're gonna say that like even if
That's
it
why it's so like you got to like this is why it makes it so hard. Like when people who actually have been assaulted, it makes it hard for real victims when people do stuff like this
just make up shit because you're trying to like get a payday or whatever. It's like
or attention or whatever.
you know. Y'all know what her motivation was. It's like it could have been a combination, like the Duke chick. I
Mhm.
don't know yet. Maybe like it could have been motivation for money or just attention. Like I don't know why she did the shit. Yeah. Because they weren't famous. They just random kids that went to Duke and shit. Like I don't know what her motivation was. It's like, but she finally admitted, like almost 20 years later, like yeah, I've made the
Yeah, it
whole
was a
thing up.
lie.
None of that shit ever happened. Yeah, it's like somebody probably got in their head. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, they got money there. It's like she
You could
probably
get
went did
paid.
did her party, like shook her ass, and then somebody got in their head and told her that. It's like yeah, they got money. All you gotta do is say one of them assaulted you, girl. Get your
You better
money.
get your paper.
Get your
You better
money,
get your
girl.
money,
It's like, yeah,
girl.
somebody got in their head and shit, I think. Yeah. She didn't say like where she got the idea, but that's just my speculation. Is like, yeah, they got money up there, Duke. So I may be another random thought too. It's like probably another stripper that was telling the girl they got money there. You better go get you some of that money. If
Looking
that
like
was me,
Ronnie from
I'm getting
Players
all of
Club.
that shit. Yeah, yeah. It's
Looking
like
like
you got
that. Like
Ronnie and
Ronnie talking to
Ronnie
Ebony.
and Tricks got in your head and shit. Yeah.
Talking to
And
Ebony.
Ebony and shit. She was Ebony. Yeah. And then Ronnie and Tricks like, girl, you need to get your money. It's like, yeah. And then Ebony actually did get assaulted in that. That's the difference. Hers didn't turn out so well.
Mhm.
But great one of the greatest villains.
Marlena's cousin partner.
Our greatest villain in cinema history, Samuel Monroe fucking Jr. But I think we can wrap on that. I'm gonna leave some of these other stories on the table right now. It ended on Eilena's cousin partner. That's hilarious. But definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. You want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices, and of course, follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, and then Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out, MSI May 8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later. I'm gone.